the precept, still you accumulate antidotes to purify the root cause. You see, so therefore, it's like like tantra saying that tantra is like almost like playing with the fire or playing with a very sharp sword. If you don't know how to deal with it, it may cut you, it may burn you. So it's saying if you break the samaya, then consequences like vajra health. But when you think of the benefit, just making connection, that which no worldly or no ordinary virtue can give us that benefit. So therefore, even I unable to practice, I break the samaya, need to be reborn in the vajra health, I still take the samaya, I still take the precepts, I still practice. So these are all carry the same meaning. You see, again, the limitations in relation to the Buddha, in relation to the samaya, the limitation is not because of you relate to the Buddha, you relate to the Dharma, because you have the precept. Dharma is causing that negativity. Buddha is causing that negativity. Guru is causing that negativity. It's not like that. It's just simply having the protection, but then you let go of the protection. Losing the protection, then you get into trouble. Because you already committed all the negative karma before, already have, as we discussed before. Now when you have Guru, have Guru devotion, have refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, uphold the precept, now you have protection. So you don't need to experience the consequences of the potential negativities already we have before. That's a benefit. So because of you let go of the protection, then you have to experience the karma, this karma of ours, of the past. So, but people don't understand, then because of I take initiation, I have to go to hell. No. Because of I have refuge, break the samaya, I need to go to hell. Because of I have this dharma, sadhana, I didn't manage to do. Now I create negative karma to go to hell. No. Dharma will never act as a cause for samsara, for limitation, for suffering. It's totally against the basic logic, the basic nature of how interdependent works. If you believe like that, if you believe the other way, is a superstitious belief. You didn't understand the Dharma, you see. So therefore, even you are the worst practitioner like me, still should practice. You fail all the samayas also, you still should take it. Because there's only benefit. There's only benefit there. You see, even that one moment of pure practice, you at least have a protection that time. So, you see, you got it. This is very important. Otherwise, there's a lot of misunderstanding about that. Some people even say, after I practice Dharma, now I have a lot of trouble. Now my business is not working. I have more health issues. No such thing. After I take refuge, you may say, oh, after I take refuge, how come there's a flood on the town? Buddha should be protecting me. It's your karma. You already make a mistake in the past lifetime. Because of the refuge, now you at least can go up and down. The water is subsiding. Just joking. So like that. So otherwise, superstitiously, you're able to get some information and then you digest with superstitiousness. So Dharma cannot do that. Dharma need to use logic, reasoning, wisdom, practical, relatively also has to be truth. Okay. Yeah.
继续讲到就是我们是和上面规律的信息里头， 那么我们丧失相应也是一个非常重要的部分。那当我们丧失相应时呢，无论是让丧失欢喜，或是去稍度的丧失或烦恼心，扰乱的丧失，这一切都会成为一种业力。那么当然是一种，但是呢，但无论你是用什么样的这种状况去和上司结缘呢，只要你和上司保持连接，任何一种的互动的语言，你和因为上司它的本身的功能，你自动的建立一个善良的这些能力，这是因为你上司具有能量的功能和大责任。在你的相应下呢，你透过这个跟上司的这个互动，哪怕是对上司身体等等，你都会因为上司它本身的功能，你才会得到这样子的进化。那么在前一堂课我们提到所有的佛法，无论是律藏、律论、经、律序，最后呢都会涉及在戒和修行的手术中。所以戒破戒呢，也会产生相应的护念力量。但是你如果曾经受过戒，因为戒的本身呢，它是有殊胜的这个灵性，就是佛的这个它的功能呢，就是帮助这个戒的本身呢，会帮助你进化，根本我们这边呢，这个是律法里面讲的说，这个律法呢，它的力量非常大。通过这个清净的动机呢，正确的方法呢，可能会起反作用。所以呢，我们在这个受理这个我们之前讲，很多人讲说，学佛以后做功课，因为没有好好修行呢，没有这个因为心里没有记录和三位一体誓言，没有好好的修的话呢，可能呢就会会受到一些这个业障，是不是反而修持佛法之后没有好好的守戒，反而会这个会去向造了恶业去造下灾到受苦。其实呢，我们这边要有了解一个道理，我们受戒呢是得到戒律的保护，不是因为你不受戒你就得到惩罚，而是呢因为你放弃了因为你以前当你有这个困难之后，这个恶业的时候，你是因为以前造的那个恶业的成熟，恶业的爆发，因此呢会受到这些恶业的成熟所以戒体这个包括对应是给你的保护，你碰到困难的时候，放弃了这个保护。才会要回了自己旧有的业力，以前造的业，不是因为受戒受惯瘾，才会说人变成这样的业，那是那是一种迷信，那是因为一种迷信是一种问题。就像有人说的，我这个皈依，咱们说了皈依之后，出去以后这个地体烟了，这个不归烟跟你受皈依没有关系。而是因为你是是你受了皈依，虽然这个路上有这个烟水，路上有烟水，但是呢，你因为戒律的保护，个人这个烟水放下去，不能你学不能气。
So contrary to that, all the goodness we can count on as a Buddha's blessing, because the experience and the cause is aligned as a favorable or virtue, favorable condition to the well-being of sentient, like such as the flood we cannot count, as you know, but Saturday, Sunday was whole Malaysia was predicted very, very bad weather, big warning especially Pahang. Yeah. But then we had a wonderful weather, isn't it? The road was, the initial information is quite scary. Especially the news from Sonam is very scary. As if like, don't come. But then it's like normal, very nice. So because it is a favorable condition, for the virtue, and that has to be, that we can count as a blessing of a Buddha in the form of a condition that that came into our way with the interdependent receiving condition that we have provided from our side. So it's a genuine system, So the negative side cannot count because it's by nature it cause and effect. The law is against it. Virtue can count. You see, so I'm not being biased. There's a logic there. There's a reason there. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So cannot say too much. So I have to prove. Yeah. Okay.
最近的这些企业来做的例子，就说我其实一切呢，这个众生呢，我们就是有共业，也有共同的一个这个功德。所以呢，因为我们最近我们要来这个闭关之前呢，因为这个马来西亚的天气，台风预报是风雨的预报，那么大家我们不能预测这个雨到底来不来，但是我们大家就尽量来到这边。来到之后呢，如果是我们的共业显现这个烟雨的话呢，这个水呢，一切都是缘起，还是会淹的。但是佛法僧的这个三宝的加倍呢，是让这个善的共业能够早一点成熟，让这个坏的共业能够延迟它的成熟。那么我们大家可以看到，特别呢，收到这个警告的时候，大家都心里都是没有数的，特别是送完马呢，发给大家的高兴呢，一下子不清，这个好像就是意思说这个问题严重不要来了，这个样子。但是呢，我们还是来到，而且呢，并没有我们想象的那么坏的结果。所以我们这个佛教呢，我们是因为一切都是缘起法。一切都是逻辑的，是有逻辑的智慧，并不是迷信。那么，可能说我们看它的共业，借过佛法的加倍，这个三宝的加倍呢，能够去把这些不好的因素呢去遮蔽，能让这些好的这些共业呢提早去发挥。所以呢，这是我呢想这边强调的就是说呢，这边给大家强调的呢就是。学佛呢，不能迷信之外，还能对这个生宝和身体不可退转的强大的信心。
Yeah. So just to clarify for Venerable Sonam, he didn't say don't come. He says even the entire road is broke. Weather is like hurricane is on the way. Also, you have no choice. You have to be here.
什么意思啊？比如说我们写的那封信，他意思不是说你们不要来，而是说就算是大风大雨整条路被淹掉了，你们还一定要来，他是这个意思。
Yeah. So then it says, should you remember Timba? His activity is timely and fitting. So this is also where we understand Buddha's guiding, Buddha's work of compassion is reached to entire numberless sentient being, even to that nastiest person that you ever knew that exists in the world. Sometimes we think, how come Buddha don't bless this person? how come that liberate this person from doing all the wrong things. The calming shell is as harder than the coconut shell. You need to peel timely, gradually, gently. Okay, anyway, sorry. In coconut shell, they don't really peel gently. Yeah? So maybe the example doesn't work. So anyway, yeah. So Buddha is present in every single numberless sentient being's life, even in the midst of committing most negative karma, the heaviest negative karma. The Buddha's way of liberating is, awakening their mind through the wisdom. The karma play major conditions of how the life exists. The liberation is available for every single numberless sentient being equally. But liberation happens through choosing the right path, through following the right wisdom. See, and the right wisdom and right path, Buddha through teaching, through guiding. See, so just a matter of time. Every being will be, lead to liberation like that.
那么这边下面，这个记述是诸有情师于菩萨父，众是者人，往涅盘成者之商品。这边看这个赞颂呢，是说这个佛陀呢，他是平等慈悲疗愈事业，他们为恶趣受苦的有情呢，他是平等的去应所有的善根的，所有不同种性善根的，无分别的，他是为一切有情做疗愈的事业，所以他称是诸有情师，没有分别。所以呢，佛陀呢，他随时存在在每个众生的生命中，每一个初学者或者每个学者，哪怕是具备最深刻的、最痛苦、最类地狱的有情人，他们一直都在那里作化当中，换成了没有身份、没有分别的。那么因为业力的关系呢，有情呢，我们是有不同的这种境界，不同的这种。但是佛呢，无论是什么样的有情，他都是可以平等的去利益他们，帮助他们去选择正确的道路、正确的智慧。所以正确的智慧道路是包括佛陀引导、教授、示现和引荐。那么众生呢，不同的业力会作为不同的痛苦，但是呢，佛陀呢却是毫无分别的，是诸有情的师。
So it's very much like Buddha is like a qualified doctor in our relative world. What cures our diseases is by correctly diagnosing its causes, correctly diagnosing the sickness and its causes, and prescribing, correct, complete, effective medicine. Which can done by a qualified doctor, and we get cured from disease by taking the medicine, not just simply by prescribing it. But if you don't take the medicine, it won't help. Even there's a qualified doctor there, if you don't go to see the doctor, it won't help. Just knowing that you have sickness, but don't take the cure, cannot cure. Similarly, so Buddha is like a doctor. The Dharma is like the medicine. Sangha is like a nurse. We also need reminder to take the medicine, especially if someone is elderly, someone is very, very sick. Then you need someone to feed you the medicine, remind you to take the medicine, timely exercise, etc., etc. This is the job of very much the Sangha does. That's the importance of why we need to be among Sangha, to encourage each other, So when we are in the Dharma family, Dharma circle, if discouraging each other, then you are not part of the Sangha. You are very much like Mara, to the Dharma. So among in the Dharma centers, whether it's newcomers, whether it's older, everybody need to acknowledge everyone's potential and appreciate, even they do, little practice, maybe like 1% of practice, 99 bring troubles. Even that person, you need to encourage. You cannot give up on them. You need to take care of them. You see, this is called Sangha. Sangha doesn't mean monk or nun. Sangha means anybody who taken refuge. Like this is Sangha community. Everybody in the position of Sangha, like a nurse helping each other. The nurse would help, especially who is most sick, isn't it? If you're healthy, no need nurse, isn't it? So in the Dharma center, in the Dharma practice environment, who do the most wrong, who misbehave, who do the most mistakes, everyone's care has to be poured to that. Those who are already perfect, already like Bodhisattva, it's okay. You leave them alone. It's all right. No need to attend. You see. So then also when we practice Dharma, always was is everything. Everything exists in the energy bubble. Every existence, exists in the energy of 5 elements, inner element, outer element, very much. So energy is not superstitious kind of thing. Energy is also an element that serves as a ground of existence. So there are positive energy, neutral energy, negative energy. They do clash. They do, like the 2 electric energy, they put, they spark, isn't it? What you call burn, isn't it? So before practicing Dharma, the moment you practice Dharma, clash. You see, sometimes during that period of transition, the person can become look worse than before. Or sometimes, when before meeting Dharma, you are okay, you are very good, gentle, kind. After you start to practice Dharma, you become a bit crazy, a bit wild, unstable. So the people, the Sangha have to know, everybody need to know. It's clashing of the energy. It doesn't mean after practice Dharma, spirit enter. No spirit enter. It's just clashing, or Dharma become pollution, become worse. No, clashing. So then you need to take care of them, support them, encourage them, care so, like fragile thing how you care, like that, So now after like entering into Buddha's path means taking refuge. Then after that, after you handle carefully of that transition, then definitely become much better than before you practice the Dharma. And it's supposed to happen that way, you see. So then when you want to progress again, maybe you want to practice Bodhisattva's path, maybe you want to take Bodhisattva vows, you want to, progress on your path. When you are serious about it, again clash. And you cannot say, well, after practicing 5-10 years, before practice the Dharma, he was much better. But then after practice Dharma, 9 years was good. But now the 10-year time suddenly become worse, misbehave, etc. No, clash. It's because of clashing the very powerful positive energy to the earlier energy, which is much more lower. Even maybe positive, but you're progressing. There again, you need to take care. Then after that, people want to practice Tantra. Same thing. People practice Sutra. The energy is different. Want to enter into practice Tantra is another level of energy. Again, confusion, uh, all sort of obstacle may happen. There again, all the Sangha has to come together to help these people to pass through that bridge, you know. So until you become Buddha, that challenge will come. Internal, emotional, you also need to know. You have to be Sangha to yourself. You need to understand this. You know, sometimes, you know, even though my practice was consistent, you know, I'm doing the right thing. I understood the teaching. I'm following according with the precept of the Dharma and the instruction of the Guru. But then how come I'm having this emotion, restless emotion? How come it seems like I become more easy to get angry? How come desire kind of increase? You know, how come you feel like giving up? You have to intervene straight away in the form of Sangha to let yourself know this the energy clash is happening, and you have to care yourself with a very gentle way, very compassionate way, very a loving way. You know, you have to how to say, yeah, you have to have like that. You see, so this is the job of Sangha. You know, within ourselves, among each other, and by the community, and especially who's taking responsibility in charge of the temple or the monastery or the center. You know, they have to know this very clear, because they are the ones who face everybody, and you know they cannot get disturbed, they cannot be offended. You know, you have to know this is happening, and you have to help them. You know, like that.
那么佛陀呢，他也像一个灵医，他是有资格的灵医，他能够走到面前，并且能够开通有效的但是这个病人不能看这个病人是否去真的去吃药，药开给你的药吃，不吃的话就不会好。在刚刚你的医生里面，就光知道有病了，但是没有不愿意去接受治疗，病也不会好。所以佛陀呢，就因为已经给他佛陀就像医生，佛法就像治疗疾病的药，而僧法就是护士。特别是当众生病得很重的时候，可能心里会有很多烦恼。那么有的时候需要别人提醒他，他要按时吃药；需要提醒他，甚至需要护士来喂他吃药，用正式的方法去吃药。所以身体和善知识关键的作用就是去指导、引导。这里这里讲的佛灵医的功能，在这个经文中提到佛的灵医。这边呢，这是一个所以呢，我们这个借由这个呢，我们要了解在一个佛法中心试验中修行的环境里，我们一定要了解有的时候特别最需要关怀的，最容易犯是往往是那些情况不稳定、最层次状况，并且最容易犯错误的这种个性难调的众生。越是这个样的时候呢，我们呢作为一个道场或是佛法中心，越需要深入去关心他们，越需要你尽力的去关心他们。其实很多时候我们在修行佛法时候修行佛法呢，就像一个能量的场就像一个能量的这个能量场里面，这个里面呢，它存在的是五大元素内在外在的所有的这个能量。其实能量它不是灵性，它是这个基础一切有一场存在的真的能量，它有正的能量，有负中性的能量。这些能量它彼此会这个碰撞的时候呢，会产生火花。所以一个人开始修行佛法以后，当佛法的力量进入他的生命的时候，会跟他过去的业力而产生一种冲击。这种呢，所谓的一种修行的过渡期，往往呢，这一个人呢，他碰到佛法之后，我们发现，他的状况怎么是比以前好的？他在没有接触佛法以前呢，他是外表是非常干净、非常正常。 僧团必须知道，那修行人必须知道，这种呢，它这种现象并不是被附体的，或者这个被邪灵入侵了，完全不是哦。它是因为它旧的习气和新的习气的一种暂时的一种冲突，变得好像是它是一种进化的过程。那如果是这样的状况呢，我们这个作为一个道场，作为佛法中心，特别是中心的执事人，负责中心的这些执事人，一定要去表示这个关怀，去帮助他们。这是僧团呢，不仅仅是一个出家人是僧团，我们互相之间的师兄弟也是僧团。所以呢，最碰到这种状况，不是佛法把你搞坏了，而是因为是强大佛法的能量呢，帮你跟你旧的这个能量发生了共创所产生的现象。同样来讲，我们修行这个从显教进入密，你从这个皈依，你开始受戒，也可能会经历同样这个过程。从显教进入密乘的时候，你又会发生这样的状况呢，是因为密法的能量呢，跟这个显教的能量呢，又是更不一样，可能会出现一些障碍，能让你的心不稳定。反而看起来为什么这个人学佛10几年不错，有点进步，10几年以后突然之间好像退步了。在这种状况呢，必须呢有深层的关怀、上升的指导、重修环境的保护，让他呢能稳定下来，顺利度过这个转换期。所以我们呢，在最后直到你成就这个大圣的道的不退转道，我们都会在修行的道路上碰到这种状况。那这个时候呢，有赖于僧团以及这个道场同修人的这个帮助，不能涉及他们。
通了没听过没吧？Seeing him, there's nothing displeasing. Because all the characteristics of Buddha's Bodhisattva mind, totality, blessings and benefit of such a thing. It is very much like a love, boundless love and compassion relating to you, which everybody will appreciate. So nothing is contradictory. Nothing is contradictory to the virtue. There's not even a slightest of mistakes, negativities, harmful things, in relation to Buddha Dharma Sangha when you relate. Like here, that also, when we talk about Buddha Dharma, Buddha himself is a Buddha Dharma Sangha. See, the Buddha's the three kayas, the Dharmakaya is the Buddha, is the Dharma, or the wisdom, omniscient wisdom is the Buddha, the Dharma, and the person who uphold that is a Sangha. Person who uphold that is a Sangha. So in relation to Buddha Dharma Sangha, then only benefits. Nothing is contradictory to negativities.
以下讲到药质能量变在人心，年轻的因身合练，观身如念，身如玉的这一句，这六句呢称赞，避免诸佛呢为了劳一切有情众呢，他的三业殊胜，所以呢，念你是观之如念，你永远是看不够的这个是不会觉得讨厌，反而心生欢喜。 它的六是一样的，所以它的意念呢，它能够包含到这个无穷无尽的这个境界。辩才难思，说是它是它的言语呢是辩才无碍的。意思就是这边讲说，它的声音、它的思想和它的心呢，都是一切功德的美好的功德。所以呢，我们众生呢，也在而且佛呢，它是代表佛的报化三身，它是总是三身的。因此呢，它是我们是观心里面，就是永远是不会看到佛呢，只会身心欢喜，不会有任何。
So this is the where you can understand, as mentioned before, relate any way to Buddha, it will not result negative. This is the thing, seeing there's nothing displeasing and nothing cause harm. Whatever way you relate, even negatively from our side, we relate to Buddha also, we receive benefit. No question about relate positively to Buddha. And as a Buddhist, as a people taking refuge, then of course we will abstain relating, any way with negativity towards Buddha Dhamma Sangha. But that's one of the precepts.
这边在讲的就是他的佛的功能呢，无论你用什么心思去决定，甚至是不良的心，都是给众生累积福报的。当然我们一旦皈依三宝，不能这个口诀皈依三宝，这个心升起，因为不应该这么做。但是哪怕为了不能这么去做呢，对佛来讲，它是一切众生的这个福报的这个源泉，是无论你什么样的，去跟他什么形式去结缘，都是只有给你福报资产的价值。
He brings true joy to those who have faith. As a Buddhist, true Buddhist, who understand Buddha, just even hear the name is you feel joy, you feel so happy. You just be among the environment of Dharma. You feel joy, you feel the presence of Buddha. Even when you are among the Sangha, you feel in the presence of Buddha. Feel protected, feel joy, feel home, you see. So, and those who carry those virtuous qualities, like the Buddhas, like the Gurus, you may not know the person the way how ordinary people feel close and comfortable in relationship. Just to see them, just their present gives so much of positivity to you. This is because of the shine of the merit that impacting us. You see, even Dharma, unless you never study, the moment even you see one word, one line, you try to read it and try to understand it. It just bring peace to heart. It is really see the wisdom there, see beneficial wisdom there. So those people who don't get interest in Dharma, who criticize the Dharma, who see limitation in Dharma, is they never study the Dharma. They only just due to ignorant, they behave that way. Otherwise, Buddha Dharma Sangha, one only pleasing to our heart.
这边是圆满妙智，不去人心智。 佛是就是说有要紧，就是真真实地。因为就想说，就今天讲的是佛的妙之圆满，就是说佛陀他能够带给一切众生喜乐，他是一切众生圆满，因为他是圆满的妙智呢，所以他能够带给众生一切的妙智的喜乐，就像这个只要这个因为佛法的摄受，这个佛陀的摄受呢，它是众生内心喜乐滋养的这个源泉。我们这边也可以看到呢，那些像佛陀本身，他可以借由我们对那些具有信心的弟子，这个佛陀呢，三宝会赐予他们喜乐之心。我们这边可以看到一些例子，有一些刚刚接触佛法的，看到一些在道场中的像师尊、义真中夫妻侍奉佛法的他们这些人呢，你会觉得说，看到他们就很舒服、很温暖、很有滋养的感觉，那就是使身心都被安顿的这种体验呢。那因为这些呢，那些是具足佛陀功德的人，因为上师善知识、修行者的加持，所以呢，我们不会像认识普通人一样去认识他们。我们今天跟他们有关系的是一种殊胜的善人，只要看到他们，你们生活呢就好像打开了巨大的可能，因为是他们功德呢是照耀触动到你。佛陀呢，就像学习佛法是如此，你刚刚学习佛法，还没有深入学习，但是你要读佛法的一个字一句呢，你尝试着理解它，你的心就会得到安静下来。这是因为法的加持，这个智慧的加持。哪怕呢那些对佛法不感兴趣批评佛法，但是呢，他们因为用任何的方式跟这个佛法的结缘呢，他都会坚决和不坚决呢来安住，所以呢，经文说安住遍现一切有情之地，下面已经有所以如来正是殊胜功德，所以这样的功德呢，难以言表，不会说明，是难以言表。
His insight overwhelmed all in its splendor, have the omniscient wisdom. ，His powers are invincible. Really, like such as 5 wisdoms, the later, like 5 powers, the perfection on the 10 perfections.
三身报化身、报化法报化三身的二身真因以及实力的
圣洁他们这个对吧 ？He is the teacher of all sentient beings.
一切众生的实力。
抢救三般的不一样 ，He is the father of all bodhisattvas. 帕贝卡萨那比较多 ，He is the sovereign of all the noble ones. Bodhisattvas and Arya beings, the noble ones. 年龄人代表中间的中文那么一代表 He is the guide who leads beings to the city of Nirvana. So Nirvana, commonly, we understand the two aspects of state, which labeled as Nirvana. The Nirvana peace, then the state of enlightenment, or the state of Sarvaka and Patyaka Buddha, and the state of the enlightened Buddha. Generally, we understand like that. In the practice level, the nirvana is something that limitless experiences that we can experience stages of nirvana along the path, along the journey of practicing the dharma. The moment you take the refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, then you abstain from harming sentient beings. You already experience nirvana. The experience of stage of nirvana. Even that you can understand as experience of nirvana. It's freedom, peace, in relation to what karma you accumulate, what kind of karma that you overcome, what kind of benefit of peace, virtue that you actualize, such like that. And each level of gradual purification of your negativities, your delusions, whenever you reach to the cessation, even grosser level of overcoming anger, you experience stage of nirvana. Then you're able to overcome all the 10 non-virtues, complete 10 virtues, and overcome 3 lower realms, achieving higher rebirth. Even that also a stage of nirvana. And then you overcome 6 realms of side existence, karma and delusion, achieving the nirvana or peace is also nirvana. Then along the 10 bhumis, 5 paths and 10 bhumis, 10 bhumis, along the Bodhisattva's 10 bhumis, the defilements are categorized into 9 portions. Each time you negate the negation from gross to subtle, whenever you arrive to the cessation, the next level, you are experiencing nirvana. And that nirvana continue to become more and more purer, more lasting, more quality. Then when you overcome entirety of the limitations of defilement, then achieving the state of Buddhahood, and that is the ultimate nirvana. So therefore, when you practice Dharma, you need to experience, state of nirvana, sense of tranquility in our heart, sense of fulfillment in your heart. Even the retreat, very packed schedules, early morning to late evening. Very tiring, but you know what happened through this retreat. It's a purification in your body, speech, and mind. You achieve immense, tremendous merits, and that acknowledgement will bring fulfillment to your heart. When you clearly know this benefit, the fulfillment directly cause inner peace. Inner peace. Even though physically you feel like 2 days tortured by, beaten up by each other. Maybe some of you even emotionally, as I mentioned before, clashing. Emotionally also they feel you were kind of stabbed. But result what you obtain, the result of what you're able to let go, purify those unwanting things and achieve those wanting things in your way. That fulfillment directly, make you experience inner bliss, the inner joy. That's true happiness. These are called true happiness. Essentially, no happiness, but the fulfillment driving that accomplishment. You don't know even how to interpret it, but there's something is there. Something that I did it. I managed to do it. I managed to accomplish it. I managed, that you come to knowledge that within few days that my step towards enlightenment was like suddenly high speed. When you drive, suddenly, boom, like that. So that kind of and the obstacle is like, from heavy jam, suddenly, like open highway, it's like you feel so good, isn't it? Soon, like that. So in the spiritual part, what happened in this serious kind of retreat, this is what happened. So when you acknowledge that, you can enjoy the liberation. So to really enjoy liberation, you don't need to wait until you become arahant, and that's don't know when. So you should enjoy from now already. Yeah.
但是在我们修行道路上呢，我们其实也会不断的体验到不同阶级的个人的这个内容。所以在我们认真跟佛法发愿不再伤害众生的时候呢，从那一刻开始，你已经体验到涅槃的一种阶级。这个涅槃指的是一种平稳安稳内心的状态。当我们停止制造某种恶业，克服某种烦恼，升起某种善行和内心清净的状态呢，它每一个净化烦恼的这个过程呢，停止造业的这个过程呢，其实都是涅槃经验的一个部分。比如如果我们明显去克服某一种嗔恨，其实呢，你就在品尝我们的初根的涅槃。涅槃有两种，初根涅槃和细根涅槃。当我们克服十种烦恼、十善业，你的心呢会变成一种涅槃的喜乐，也是一种更深层次的自由。当你克服六根本烦恼，那你可以体验到极尽涅槃的这种。其实这个涅槃的过程是一步步的体验、品尝、深化和修行的过程。涅槃并不只是指这个你获得阿罗汉果，然后就永远不再回到灵魂的那个传统。像我们这次这个闭关来讲，这次闭关呢其实很累，我们很多身心都很疲乏。其实这个大家要知道，这个整个闭关的过程呢，它其实就是一种进化。因为你为了累积这个巨大的福能，你必须要首先经过一个进化的过程。所以，当你能够真正认知这种意义的时候呢，你的心中会兴起一种圆满充实的感觉。那这几天我们好像是在这个被折磨，像这个有的人呢，觉得情绪上呢也会好像被冲撞折磨，甚至觉得自己被刺痛了、被触动了、被击到了。但真正的结果是，当你放下这些不需要的东西，净化了所有旧的烦恼，这就成就了你真正想培养的力量。这些成果会直接让你体验神内在的快乐和喜悦，那才是真正的这个幸福，这才是真正的。谢谢大家。
So that's why you say he is the guide who leads being to the city of nirvana. Whenever you come in the environment of dharma, whether it's in the form of puja, whether it's in the form of volunteering work, in the temple, Dharma center, or even you do that in your house at the altar. Then no question about Dharma study, do meditations. This is the way how Buddha guide us to the nirvana. We need to know this. The moment you know, then you can enjoy right there the fulfillment, which will drive really inner kind of satisfaction, which you cannot get from anywhere else. You see, what really happens, anything to do with Dharma, what really happens, it purifies the causes of anything that we don't want to experience in our life. The karma, the delusions are purified. You see, like when you're in the RGL, especially those of volunteers who, those of who is in the kitchen, those who doing all the taking care of us, and including all of you, sweat. How much sweat? So much. This is nothing that amount of toxic that purify in relation to karma. The sweat, even you sweat with one full of bucket also is so little. What managed to purify? That's just physical, or how to say, yes, there's some toxic purification, but the real purification that happened, which you don't know, which our ordinary mind cannot see, just simply taking the medicine, the Dharma, just even bringing your body here and be in the Dharma exercise. Even you didn't understand at all whatever teachings is taught. Even you didn't know exactly how rightly to do all the rituals, whatever, just simply, being present in the Dharma environment. What really happens? Purification happens. Purification of karma happens. So, as I said, even these 3 days or more days to come, more sweat to, after these 2 weeks of your time here, even you're able to feel 10 buckets of your sweat. It's just a tiny, compared to the amount of purification of karma that happened, which we don't see, which we don't see as a material object. You see, that's what happened. And that directly causing us liberation, nirvana. This is how Buddha guide us. This is how Buddha take care of us. This is how Buddha lead us, towards the most perfected enlightenment. And some more, at least, we are here with Buddhista motivation. Then the purification, whatever you did, not for your one person's benefit. It literally benefit your family. Among all, your parents, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are all son and daughter of somebody, father, mother. You must have heard this many times. I always talk about the body that we carry, the human body that we carry, is not ours, it's our parents. We falsely claim my body. No, it's not your body. You think about it, you check, it's not your body. It developed from the two substances we received from our father, mother, the egg and sperm. Develop the bone, the blood, tissues, and all this human structure was developed out of that. Even on the way, the nutrients were not brought from our past life. It's from the foods and drinks and the breathing air, the nature had helped. Nothing. Ourselves, the continual consciousness that we we brought from our past life. No, the consciousness comes with the karma and, karma, virtue, non-virtue, neutral karma. That's it. You see, as far as concerned with precious human rebirth, mainly supported by our parents. You see, the continuum of our mind, the spirit, sometimes in the spirit realm, sometimes in the hell realm, sometimes in the animal realm, sometimes in the God realm. But then why you claim that my life is precious human life? Precious, okay. I think we don't have time to go detail, like, 8 freedoms, 10 endowments. It simply just have the aggregates to practice Dharma and understand preciousness. If we manage to practice well, we have the capability of these aggregates can deliver enlightenment one very lifetime because of having this indestructible drop. Without the indestructible drop or the subtle body that given by our mother, father, even we have a spirit, the consciousness, not much value. You see, can be hungry ghost spirit. What's the value? Can be animals consciousness. What much value? Can be hell beings consciousness. What much value? But now it's become human intelligence. What makes human intelligent? Because of having this indestructible drop. And your consciousness becomes so precious until you can actualize clear light, part of clear light. That gives the opportunity to become enlightenment within one lifetime by actualizing clear light into part of Dharmakaya. You know that, isn't it? So, indestructible drop is the subtle element of father, mother's drop, the eggs and sperm. The subtle one become indestructible drop. The gross one become flesh, bone, brain, whatever tissues that we have. You see, so the consciousness have the home of indestructible drop. The human aggregates make possible of even one lifetime enlightenment. Oh, now this body grow out of that. Yeah, we know how much benefit we will accumulate purification, through prostration using this physical body. Actually, we are using our parents' body. You see, even Buddha cannot transfer the blessing, knowledge onto somebody, realization onto somebody. You need to actualize it. Buddha cannot cleanse someone's negativity like how you wash the dirt from the cloth. Buddha cannot accumulate merit for us. Buddha cannot purify our samsara. Only through giving teaching we can do that. But there's one person who can do that to someone else's benefit. Very much, almost 100%, if not at least definitely 50%. I usually say definitely, 80%, if not 100%. But in the actual fact, I think receive 100%, and that is you can do that more benefit than the Buddha can do to your parents, because of using our own parents' aggregates. That's the reason. Buddha also don't have our parents' aggregates. Our parent also cannot do that to us because our parent don't have our aggregates. Only the children has the aggregates of the parent, physical aggregates. So therefore, there's so much of, when we invest our body, there's so much of purification in relation to karma committed through body. Similar benefit our parents receive. You see, so but then you see, we talk about the benefit of looking at the relics, looking at the Buddha. Buddha's holy objects are all called relics. There are 5 different kinds of relics. So one of them is Buddha's like stupas and statues and sculptures. These are all relics. Just by seeing it, how much merit we accumulate. Immense of merit, immense of privilege, just by seeing it. Yes, the consciousness we have, but if we don't have an eye organ, can you manage to see? Without the eye organ, even scientifically also, you can understand this, isn't it? Who gave us the eye organ? Our parent. You see, hearing Dharma, we talked about unbelievable benefit. But if we don't have an ear organ, even you have a hearing consciousness, no benefit. This also we receive from our parent. You see, we try to go and receive blessings. How much blessings we receive just simply from the touch. But if you don't have the physical aggregates, that touch, even you have the consciousness of the touch, the feeling, but then if there's no physical body, cannot touch the holy relics on our hand, isn't it? So therefore, one thing that we definitely did right, whatever crisis happened in the retreat, that you have helped your parent, spiritually tremendous benefit of purification and accumulations of merit, and you help them to lead closer to enlightenment. You see, and with the bodhicitta heart, and so many great benefit, relating to all sentient beings, but at least to our parents. No one do not love their parents. They still have emotional kind of responsibilities and respect to your parent, whatever relationship they may be. You see, so this is what happened. You see, so this is happened because of the teaching, because of the Buddha revealed the teaching, make us understand that, appreciate that, we put effort to do that. You see, you don't come here for physical comfort, as I already mentioned. Like you experience like torture each other like that. You came here for bigger purpose. You see, and that is because of the Buddha is guiding us. You see, Buddha is leading us towards nirvana, liberation. You for sure, but your parents also together. And with bodhicitta, you are actually leading every single sentient being. You are the number one first there, then everybody together like that. You see, so there's a logic there. The reason is there. You see, it's not just believing. It's not just believing, even it's not true. Not to comfort our heart just without fact. So like that. So when you know this, you again experience the peace. It's wow, how meaningful my time was. I managed to repay the kindness of my parents. In the greatest way. You see. Yeah.
今天我们身体里血液、器官、是皮肤呢，这些呢，我们的身体其实都不是从前世带来的，它来自于今生的食物、水分、空气等等，而前世带来的呢，只是我们所谓这意识的所谓的维系心的连续体，也就是说由业力形成的心。无论是善业、恶业、无记忆的习气呢，这个都会生生世世的跟随我们。这个意识是在人的身体，主要靠什么？是靠父母来的。所以呢，为什么我们今天结下这个主题是如何我们透过这个皮官来报父母的恩呢？是因为我们这个身体来自于父母亲，在轮回中我们这个意识呢。他可能在六道轮回中的任何一道投生道，但是为什么我们非常珍贵的获得这一辈子
获得这个人生难得呢？是因为呢，这个十圆满八闲暇的这个暇满人生，特别是我们能够听到佛法、修行佛法，说，因为只有这个人的身体才能够听到佛法、修行佛法，因此父母亲是我们不可思议的珍贵。我们今生能预备成佛的能力呢，是因为我们有个极其稀有的内在的这个条件，就是这个所谓的我们能够成为人生。为什么能够成为人生？是因为有生史以来这个所谓的不坏明点。我们这个因为父亲母亲他们所结合的这个不坏明点，就是我们这个心事的来处。没有这个不坏明点的，我们光是有个意识呢，是帮不上很大忙。这个意识可能会在这个漂浮在六道中的任何一道，只有跟这个父母的不坏明点结缘之后呢，才会所谓投胎做人，才会做投胎做人。所以父亲母亲的最微细的精华叫不坏明点呢，来自于父亲的白色明以及母亲的红色明点。这个微细的部分呢，成为这个不坏明点，而粗分的部分呢，就成了我们的肉体骨骼老的这个部分。因为有这个不坏明点，我们可能才会在这一生中能有机会去证这个光明心，也就是法身的光明心。借由法身的光明心，我们才会有一生成佛的机会。因此，人生暇满人世是如此的珍贵的，而这个到什么呢？来源于我们的父母。那么，因此呢，要去报父母恩，什么样的行为能够最好的报父母恩，就是我们的修行。我这个经典上说，佛陀呢不能替你做三件事，佛陀呢不能把这个缘结传给你，他也不能像洗衣服一样帮你把你的烦恼和恶业洗净，也不能替你累积资粮，这些都是必须你自己要做的，他只能指点的路，而你也不可能把你的而父母亲也不可能把他的福报资粮传给你。因为呢，这个福报资粮呢是要靠我们自己去挣的，但是你却有了机会，你是唯一有机会可以把你的福报资粮回向给这一辈子以及生生世世的父母亲，这是你唯一能做的。因为呢，我们的父母亲作为一个子女，我们的荣运来自于父母亲，所以当我们用这个身体来修行极致进道时候，父母也会得到相应的利益，这是唯一可以这个相传的。所以，因为他们给我们修行的基础，我们的修行可以回向给他们。就像我们说我们这边看到很多舍利，如果看到佛像、佛塔、佛典，这个功德不可思议。我们要能看到，只要能看到舍利，1秒钟就能净除无数劫的恶业。但如果你没有眼视，你能看得到吗？那么听闻佛法一样，能够听闻到佛法是有不可思议的思义。但是如果你没有耳根，没有耳视，你也是听不到这个法。耳朵是谁给的？父母亲给的。所以你要结这个加持，你需要有触，有这个身体，才会有触感。那必须要有心神存在。那这个身体哪边来的？父母给的。因此，闭关所有的功德都自然的可以回向给父母亲。所以在闭关中，你不但无论你发生什么样的困难挑战、冲击，你已经在最深层的部分呢，在利益你的父母亲。像我们这边讲，你闭关中可能光流的汗就流了一桶的汗我们在这边努力修行，这次闭关呢，可能流了一桶的汗，但是你知道呢，无论你这边你身体上你流了太多的，哪怕流了一桶的汗也好，你得到的利益呢是远远的不可思议。因此，你来到这里更大的目的呢是 是为了平托涅槃，是为了一切众生去成佛。同样，不只是一个人向解脱走，你的父母亲也同样的是呢，同时的、同步的会受到这样的利益。因此呢，我们要好好的利用这次，特别是闭关中升起的任何的这个困难和辛苦呢，都是我们这个报复的一个最好的方法。
I hear in the Vedas translation, pan me, you know, the Malaysian noodle soup. Pan me.
No, I didn't say noodle soup. I didn't say noodle soup.
Okay. So then it says here, but he has measureless wisdom. Then over some he possessed inconceivable fearlessness. His speech is utterly pure. Only speak for the benefit of others. Young Yama, his tones are melodious, very, very sweet, very gentle. In many meaning is every speech he say carry the element of love, compassion, kindness. And in one can never have enough of looking at him. Then his form is without comparison. Then he is uncertain by the realm of desire. So it's simply meaning that his body is not like even the Nirvana Kaya aspect of my body, like Shakyamuni Buddha is not born out of the influence of desire. And then even though he appeared in the desire realm, but unstained by desire, like a lotus born from the mud, but unstained by mud, like that. Sungdagi Nyawa Magaba is quite unsolicited by the realm of form. So even though, even though he have a form, like ordinary form, like a human ordinary form, to communicate with us in our level, but then it's not a product of karma, delusion. Even it appear to be aging, sickness, death, like Shakyamuni Buddha show that aspect. He's like our gurus, show the aspect of growing old, then get sick and pass away. But in reality, this is just a performance of teaching to teach us the nature of life. As long as we are born by karma and delusion, then aging, sickness, death, we can overcome that. To show this teaching to make us realize. Otherwise, their body is a Vajra body, indestructible body, wisdom body. Is like a rainbow. You see form, but when you go to touch, there's no form. So Buddha's body, you see form, but that actually is a wisdom, the light body, like that.
这边又继续说到了，要是不量辩才能思考人心的因师和人，观心人的心与意的这个心理，主要是称赞人的能量的要智，他的智为人的意见，人之所能，他是所以他有这个骗知的这个妙智，洞察一切一切的以前他辩才之外，没有处理这个人间的这个言语过犯， 色，不染无色。意思说呢，佛呢，他通过视线里面并放生视线在世间，在有色之界，但是他的身呢，虚空呢，他是不受这个污染的，像我们他一样，不受这个污染色身的所限。并不是，它是远远远离这个污染之身的，远这个不孕的这个不染不是意思说，它不是受地界跟这些所限制，它是就像这个佛的身体，像一个彩虹，你是触碰不到能见的，它是，但是呢，就是碰不到，就是能见到的这样一个变化之。
He is not caught up in the formless realm too. So, he, he has this form, but unstained by impurity. But as given example as a rainbow, but at the same time, he's formless, unstained formless, also not as like the formless beings, formless like gods. Still, caused by the karma. So it is an emanation of the wisdom.
他们身呢虽然是像这个是虚幻，但是它的虚幻身呢，并不像这个天界的并不像天界的。虽然我们用这个无相改成的例子来讲，这个佛的这个身相呢，它是佛的身体呢，它是不带任何实体，但是它是远离任何不净，它是触摸不到。但是它绝不是无色界中之那种无相，因为无色界中之呢是有业带业的时候，而佛陀呢，他是已经超越一切的这个业力，他的身体呢是智慧的显现。
In another way of understanding differentiation between the Buddha's form and the Buddha's what do you call Buddha's form and the formless existence of the formless being. Formless gods are the born out of concentration. Concentration is the main cause. The Buddha's form is the main cause is wisdom. Wisdom is the main cause. The formless gods are main cause is concentration.
这个佛陀的身体，智慧身和这个无色界的这个天界的身呢，它的分别是无色界的这个身体是由这个禅修的部分，而这个佛陀的身体呢，就完全是智慧的显现，主要是智慧，而不是禅修。
Dunga Dale Nabatova, he is completely liberated from suffering. Pongo Dale Rabdu Nabatova, he is totally liberated from the aggregates. Aggregates here referring to the aggregate that that has the element, the production of aggregates has element of karma, the delusion, and the defilement. So Buddha's aggregates, like such as 5 aggregates, is the totality of the purified 5 aggregates, like such as the 5 Dhyana Buddha.
解脱众生善多诸力不成诸见下面是永结诸永断诸结脱离热恼解脱爱恼。这边呢意思是说这个佛陀呢他已经是不受这个努力18界的所，他已远离努力18界的痛苦，不像有肉有情他们是在努力中呢是充满痛苦，所以呢佛陀呢他已经善脱诸力，他已经是脱离了努力的任何的那个限制。
Kamnam he is not possessed with the constituents of the ordinary experiences, like such as five aggregates, six organs, six senses, then we possess that. That's why we have these contaminated experiences, even though it's pleasure, but it's not really true happiness. So Buddha overcome that.
有情众生是六根可是不一样，然后佛陀已经远离这个六根无定的限制，所以他是解脱，已经散脱经。
He is in control of the sense field. He's control of all the sense field, sense organs, and sense consciousness, not like not like ordinary being.
就像一般的众生是受这个业所控制，以前一般都是六根六识两个一些都是佛陀已经完全的脱离了这个五根六根。
He has cut right through the knots, bondage of all the graspings. So the proof of that, he has this immeasurable compassion, equanimity, like for immeasurable to all sentient beings.
但是永断经解，意思说他已经完全成就断绝的这个智觉，跟原本的是一样的。
He is completely liberated from torment. He is free from craving. Surely giver. He has crossed over the river. So it's like four currents. The ignorant, the exemplified, and the causal four currents and the resultant four currents, such as ignorant and craving, then doubt, aversion. Then the resultant birth, aging, sickness, death.
他这边佛陀已经解脱爱染，越住暴流，永断诸劫，脱离烦恼，解脱爱染，越住暴流。讲的是说呢，佛陀的他是正觉骗子的，他已经解脱了任何的诸劫，劫就是烦恼的意思已经脱离了任何的烦恼，并且呢因为断了所有的烦恼，所以他是正片觉者并且呢，他也已经冲出了烦恼的这个波浪，这个轮回的波浪因此呢对，说永断诸劫。
He is perfected in all the wisdoms. He abides in the wisdom of all the Buddhas of the past, present, future. He does not dwell in nirvana. He abides in the perfect finality, the still full enlightenment. He remained on the level where he sees all sentient beings. It's not even one single moment of pause. Seeing, looking after numberless sentient beings like us. forever, every single moment. Buddha is always watching over us. Buddha always, care about us. All these are the authentic and supreme qualities of the embodies of the Buddha.
佛陀这边谈到的是妙智圆满，住去难，听诸佛世尊所有脑子不诸涅盘，住真实体，安住片现眼界有情智。佛陀安住在过去、现在、未来一切佛的智慧之中，他不住于如此安静的涅盘，他安住在圆满无上的觉悟。他清清楚楚的能这个洞察一切众生，刹那刹那对众生的这个指引呢，它不会停止，它不会有片刻的休息，也不会暂时看众生的时候，每一个瞬间呢，这个佛陀都在关注以及这个引导我们。这边讲的就是智慧如水般大悲示现于我们的这个给予我们指点。
Yeah, so therefore, from Buddha's side, always omnipresent to us, all sentient beings, 24 hours, 24/7, the entire our existence, since beginning, until when we become Buddha, so we are never alone, we are never alone. So as a Buddhist, after taking refuge, then one thing you have to make sure that there's no room for feeling loneliness. There's no room for feeling protectorless. There's no room for feeling, helplessness. There's no room for feeling that there's no one loving me, no one caring about me, no one there for me. This is a crisis of misunderstanding how many people suffer. They themselves limit their environment is just is troublemakers or just ordinary human being, ordinary just the family members. No, the actual fact, Buddha is always looking after us, there for us. You just need to acknowledge it. Even there's a light and you shut your eyes, then you cannot say there's no light, isn't it? If you want to see things, you have to open your eye, in the light so that you can see. So we need to open our eye of from this ignorance of not knowing, the absolute presence of Buddha in all time, in all situations. So when you have this knowledge and be mindful of that, then all the time, the first rescue is Buddha. The first rescue to in any situation. Even I mentioned with the elaborate way yesterday, when we are sick, when in trouble, before calling the ambulance, at least remember that one moment first Buddha's present. Then it helps to calm yourself and also have a clear mind. Like even dial the ambulance, but clearer mind. Otherwise, heart filled with panic. There are so many people die with heart attack because of the anxiety, shock. So whenever you feel Buddha is there, you at least have a security that that someone is already present, and you have a sense of calmness. So this should take into practice in our ordinary life.
那这边讲呢，我们成为佛教徒之后，其实我们应该永远就不会孤单。对于那些已经皈依的弟子来讲，我们内心不应该再有 我是没有人保护我，或是我是孤单的，没有人爱我的，这些念头都不应该再有了。有的时候呢，这来自一种深厚的一种误解这个因为我们把自己的生命呢，局限在我们的肉眼能看到的这些家人、朋友、同事好像只有他们能够爱我们。其实呢，我们只要把我们的心打开，知道说佛陀呢一直在守护我们，一直是和我们在一起的，这是真正的内在的皈依。只要我们能够把心打开，能去相应到的话呢，我们就好像光明呢就一直在那里。但是我们如果闭上眼睛呢，我们是看不到这个光。但如果你能把你的眼睛打开，你就会看到光。同样的，你要打开我们内在的这个眼睛，这是真正的内在唯一的这个生活的层次呢，带到我们。特别是我们在临终的时候，很多众生在这特别的孤单这种恐惧的状态下去死亡。如果我们是真正皈依佛法、皈依三宝之后，我们的死亡呢，应该对佛法生三宝升起坚定的决心，知道他们是跟我们同在的，我们可以安详的去面对死亡，而不是这种惊慌恐吓的这种状态。所以，一旦皈依呢，懂得内在的把这个频率和佛法、三宝、佛陀呢连在一起，知道说我们永远是不再孤独的。
Yeah, so this is completely the remembering the qualities of the Buddha. So now it's the Dharma. So we don't have much time. So yeah, we'll do quick.
刚才已经讲完的这个佛的功德，下面是法，并没有很多时间，就很快的过一遍。
Compassion Tomagiva, Padugiva, Tamagiva. The secret Dharma is good at the beginning, good at the middle, good at the end. So Dharma is beneficial in all time, as we already mentioned earlier. Only serve as a benefit, virtuous benefit, only bring liberations. No harm. Even at the beginning, that when we don't, as I already mentioned before, don't know how to practice well, just trying your very best already, bring tremendous benefit. Then at the middle, of course, then at the end, and of course, it will even make us accomplish in full enlightenment. Every single knowledge of Dharma serve as antidote to the limitations of ours. Every single Dharma practices, Dharma knowledge, any engagement to do with the Dharma act as an antidote towards samsara, towards negativities. Again, I have already mentioned before with the examples. Sometimes people think because of practice Dharma that I have trouble. No such thing. It doesn't go with the logic. Dharma is virtue. Dharma is perfect virtue. So the perfect virtue only brings result of happiness, a result of benefit, not suffering. Yeah.
随念法现在讲法是正法者为善说梵行，初善、中善、后善，义妙、文巧、纯圆满、清净、仙白。也就是这边讲说，这个法呢，它是清净的善业，纯净的功德，它只会带给我们利益，绝对不会有任何伤害。修行刚开始，我怎么讲的说呢？我们还不懂得如何获得正确的法时候呢，尽心尽力去学习，在所以这个法呢，在开始的时候，在修行的中间到修行的最究竟呢，这个利益会更加强化。而修行的最究竟处呢，就是我们成就圆满正等正觉成佛。 所以任何佛法的知识，任何的佛法的修行，任何跟佛法有关的行为呢，它都是有同样的力量，它是可以灭除轮回、灭除烦恼的对治。所以佛法的每一内容都是要能够治疗我们的贪嗔痴、我慢等等因此呢，法呢是良药。
So when we talk about Dharma, we need to, it's referring to the wisdom, realizing the ultimate nature, wisdom of emptiness, and all the 84,000 teachings that Buddha taught, really, in the teachings on the three courts, three teachings in different philosophical views, different yanas, all are ultimately intended for us to realize the emptiness. By doing so, then you equip with the direct antidote to the root cause, flows, samsara, the ignorant. By doing so, then the result, the fully awakening state, the result in Buddha. 佛国劫凡善说法律，正得无病，实无间断。这边讲说这个佛呢，他的法呢是能帮助我们认识究竟实相的智慧，也就是空性的智慧。佛子所教的84000法门，34道所有的哲学观点，有部、中观、唯识等等。所有这些哲学的观点的最终的目的呢，都是为了让我们获得空性的智慧呢？为什么呢？因为只有认识空性，我们直接用上了才可以用空性来对治轮回的根本烦恼的究竟法药呢？是智慧之悟空性。那而轮回的根本是什么呢？是无明。当无明被根除的时候呢，轮回的根才能断，一切的烦恼呢才不会再次的升起。所以呢，必须圆满无上智慧、无上觉悟、无上佛果，必须呢要以智慧呢直至空性，而法呢，所有的所有的法，它通向的都是直接了空性的这个法道。 So therefore, the example, it is excellent in meaning. The meanings are all to, liberate sentient beings. Anything to do with the meaning in the Dharma. Excellent in word and syllables. Each of the syllables carry excellency of its benefits. It is benefits. Then whatever it is distinctive, it's not contradictory, even among the 4 schools, different yanas, different, 84,000 different kind of ways of delivering Buddha's wisdom, and according with the different dispositions of the ripening of the sentient being. Certain, in a direct, from ordinary views, sometimes, we may find like they are contradictory among 4 schools, philosophy schools, and among the yanas. But then ultimately, there's no contradictory. Everything. Certain teachings serve as a preliminary. Certain teachings serve as a main body practice. Certain teachings serve as a resultant practice. So it's supplementary to each other. Like Sutra, Vinaya, Tantra, no contradictory. It's supplementary to each other. 这边有下一句是极善愿力，见者不空，智者个别类证。又讲到法律善浅，决定出理，取大菩提，无有理，成就和顺，一足一指，断流转道。永不走吧 It is totally complete. So even you let's say this retreat mainly focus on refuge. So just practicing refuge also in fact complete the entire path. Any form of practices you do, it carries the completeness of the entire path. The only matter is whether you have the capability to make sense to it. You have the capability to practice that. Many different dharmas, many different ways, many different philosophies, many different exercises in the dharma practices. There has its own highlighted specific benefits. It doesn't mean there's so many Buddhas, one Buddha is not enough. No, Shakyamuni Buddha is embodiment of all the three-time Buddhas. If you know how to practice, just Shakyamuni Buddha is enough. It includes Thara there, Generation there, Medicine Buddha, all the Buddhas. But then, at the same time, it's not contradictory to have separately Thara, Medicine Buddha, Generation, etc. For the different disposition, different karmic connection to the different deity, for different negation, to actualize direct antidotes. Like such as you need to do to heal that Medicine Buddha. If you relate to Medicine Buddha, then it has a specific characteristic benefits, effective benefits like that. So similarly, when you study Hinayana practice, Hinayana Dharma, if you have the wisdom, you see entirety of the sutra, tantra there too. If you don't, if you see only the partial, the definitive, teachings of, that particular sutra or the Vinaya, then you only see limited teaching there. And when you practice Vinaya, when you practice Vinaya, it contains all the sutra and tantra, the entirety of 84,000 teaching there. But if you don't know how to understand the Dharma through the meaning of interpretive and definitive meaning, then you only see what's in the word. You don't see the actual word meaning behind. There are many hidden teachings which either serve as an interpretive teaching, either serve as a definitive teaching. So when you practice Tantra, then no need to practice Sutra or Vinaya. In fact, perfecting in the practice of Tantra, Vinaya and Sutra, perfection in Vinaya and Sutra serve the best foundation to practice Tantra, like that.
那总结一下，说佛陀他的84000法门呢，它是为了不同根基、不同习性、不同烦恼的人呢，它是因机施教的。所有的不同的哲学系统以及不同的乘啊，声闻、缘觉、菩萨、密乘啊，他们都是为了利益众生，是互相之间是没有任何矛盾的。它有共同点，有共同以及不共同点。它有不同的层次，就像的法呢，它有前行、正行和果位的逆序，它们互相之间是不冲突，而且互通补充的。就像举例子，如果你学一个观音法的话，这个观音法它的所有的这个本尊呢，都能涵盖在这个观音法里，而且圆满升起、圆满次第以及小乘。般若波罗蜜的乘和金刚之力乘呢，它的所有的教法都涵盖在这个本质观音法的法脉中，所以说互相之间是圆融，是没有冲突的。
The Yongsu Dharma, it is utterly pure. There's no condemnation in the motivation with the revealed Dharma. There's no condemnation of anybody concerns. Then in the middle, the purpose is directly impacting the well-being of sentient being. At the end, then it's definitely it causes liberation and enlightenment. See, so utterly pure.
那佛的法脉清净，没有是远离世间八法，从开始到中间到结束呢，都是只有一个目的，就是为了利益众生。
Oh, then Yongsu Chama, it is completely purified. You see, as mentioned before, any form of Dharma, any form of Dharma teaching, Dharma practice, it carries it carries the element of being antidote to purify the negativities from the root.
任何的法都可以把所有的恶业和过患从根拔除。
Let's say an example, we want to, purify sicknesses. You take the medicine, the conventional the scientific way, medical science way of cure, it cure symptom, it cure the grosser level of the sicknesses. But if you also apply the cure to the Dharma, purification, creating merit in relation to heal the sicknesses, it will heal from the root cause. It will purify completely. Purify completely the sickness is by purifying the root cause, the karma and delusion, the ignorance.
那么疾病来讲，我们用外面的医药去治呢，只能治的外表的这个医治，而真正内在的医治呢，需要用法从根的去除这个病患的这个根，就是业及无明，无明和业呢是一切病患的根源。那唯有这个佛法善法呢，才能彻底的去根。
The Buddha teaches the Dharma perfect. Buddha teaches the Dharma, what is necessary, what's supposed to teach, not based on what people want to hear. So if you want to teach the pure Dharma, you have to teach the actual wisdom of the Buddha, in the language of through whatever skill that you have. You cannot teach what the listener want, in that way. People even who show interest in Dharma, they don't know what is Dharma. They show interest to learn, but the people who never met Dharma, they have the habitual familiarity with the worldly concerns, with the worldly thing, non-Dharma thing. So something is familiar, you talk about it, you get excited, you feel good. Something you never heard before, and something that you need to really squeeze, really pay strong concentration. Plus, you need to accumulate a lot of merit to digest the teaching. It's a hard work, not easy. So the moment you start to teach pure Dharma, people get bored, people get fall asleep. You see, few people will turn out. Lucky this time you have at least, otherwise you say Dharma retreat, people no interest. You see, we have a retreat of drinking, dancing, fooling around, then it will be full house. You have no space. It will be fully booked. Even you need to pay a lot of money, they will pay. So Dharma teaching cannot teach what people want to listen. What people enjoy listening. Essentially, Dharma need to teach those hard, say points. To talk about emptiness is very hard. To teach also hard. To listen also hard. To understand is hard. To teach about bodhicitta, to teach also hard. You don't practice at all. You say bodhicitta, all sentient being. You don't even take good care of one person. To really to be confident to teach, not easy. Frightening, not easy. You see, and to listen. Always think about ourselves, our habit, our old habit. Always think about ourselves. suddenly asked to think about others more than yourself, it's hard. It's really hard to even to accept that idea, you see. So, but have to teach those teachings, have to discuss those teachings, even how hard it is, you have to have a conversation about that. So that's why even like pujas, just 5 minutes of a lot of music and rather play like a disco, Michael Jackson song. Everybody, wow, puja is so powerful, so great. I enjoy very much. I want to attend again. Then when we do the Williams way of very extensive puja with very relaxed, completely settled, Williams way of doing Guru Puja, normally may take 2 hours. I think Williams may take 4 hours, maybe. And people say, no, I don't want to go, because William is leading the puja. No, you should go because of William's leading the puja. Because there you will have a very relaxed, lengthy, with proper tune, with proper sequence, blah, 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 So you see, so, yeah, so like that. So that's why we cannot determine the quality of Dharma, quality of the Dharma event, Dharma program, by the number of people attending, cannot. Even if there's one person who is really, really serious about the teaching, the effort has to be the same. Let's say in this Gomba, hundreds or whatever, how many people here, and if one person, it happened to be just one person, nobody turned out, the effort from the organizer, effort from the teacher has to be exactly the same, no less, maybe even more, since it's one ripened, the students there, like that, you see. So therefore, Buddha teach, you see, my late master, Geshe Lama Kunju, used to say, Dharma teacher is the one that who are able to pinpoint the flow of the student, make them see, all the flows. Then you provide the correct antidote, convince them to apply the antidote. If you manage to do that, and if you manage to make the student feel, oh, I also have this flow, I also have this flow, means good, the teaching went well. During the teaching time, always like, maybe this problem may be with somebody else. I mean, who knows, maybe you're already Buddha. If that's the case, then it's all right. But if you're still sentient being, then definitely there's so much thing to purify, and we need to recognize in the teaching. So that's why to teach the Dharma, not easy. Not easy to have a crowd, not easy to gain interest. So that's why sometimes, people need to nowadays use initiation, to draw more people. There was initiation, blessing, a lot of music, a lot of things to taste, eat, touch, blah, blah, blah. So very, very dangerous, you see. So then sometimes you say, why Geshe don't give initiation? I encounter people say, this Geshe is not qualified, no qualification, because never give initiation. So I told this person, why Geshe is being so stingy about giving initiation? I said, Geshe are the one that actually who is most qualified to give initiation, because they study detail the precept, the teachings of the Tantra, the Dharma, the foundation, the philosophy, and extensive study of the Tantra. So they know it's not a simple thing. It's not just one simple puja, one simple ritual. It's very, very, if you don't do properly, if there's no proper environment, no proper student, no proper preparation from our side, is like without protection jumping into a fire pit. You know, so no, the seriousness. That's why no. You see, so otherwise, teaching, explaining Lamrim is the hardest. Explaining, teaching word by word, that's the hardest. Doing initiation, you just there's a manual there. Within 1.5 hours, you just read. You don't even have to do anything else. And for initiation Lama, usually everything prepared by the attendant. You just go there and read and repeat, finish. Very comfortable. You see, but really to explain Lamrim, that's the hard. To explain emptiness, that's the hard. You see, to convince bodhicitta, that's the hard. That's the hard there. You see, so I tell this person, I say, no, you cannot think like that. You see, so that's why I also cannot, I say, just because of in a Dharma even you cannot. Of course, you want to benefit all sentient beings. You have to do everything to benefit all sentient beings. The motivation is bodhicitta, but motivation is no worldly concern. I want a big crowd or business purpose. So it's pollution. You see. So anyway, yeah, Buddha teaches the Dharma perfectly, without stain or in the motivation, in the teaching, and then there's no flow in the resulting the result of liberation. So yeah, so maybe just summary.
这个是佛门以外的这个传法。那么可以讲说，世间人呢，很多时候来学法，但是学法的这个他们是以世间法的这个目的来学法，往往不知道什么是真的法，什么是真正的法。因此呢，如果比如说一个课程，如果你是讲认真的佛法，等到这个内容呢，可能很少人报名。但是呢，如果是要吃喝玩乐的这个取乐的，让他讲这个东西，可能这边有很多的人，甚至他们发回去。所以这个让人亲近的才能够利益众生的法呢，是非常不容易的。这边很多说的一个道场呢，那它是只有一个真心想学的弟子呢，这个课程不要去他去开这个门，或者是因为人去以世间方法的这个目的啊。人数多呢，你就有这个佛法；没有人的话呢，你就不要开。那么同时呢，很多人也会问我说，这个比如说呢，如果今天是要来这个学习有一道次第非常不容易，真的是认真的一个字一个字的去学习经文，非常不容易，或者是教这个经文。但是如果是今天是外语的话呢，会很多人因为外语呢超额打鼓啊，会有很多的这个，会有很多的仪式可能就会很多人参加。其实很多人问说，为什么革新你不去报名呢？为什么很多革新不报名呢？其实这些革新师们呢，他们是最具格必须报名。他们经过很多年的这个研究学习对整个传承学习，整个仪轨的学习，他们其实是最具格的。如果只是仅仅给个冠名，那其实非常容易，也非常轻松。但是呢，真正去这个手把手的去一个字一个字的去教去传授这个经文，传授一些学佛的这个道理呢，对很多人可能是非常枯燥无味，但是这却是众生最需要的能量。所以呢，正法呢，清净的佛法，这边经文上说，佛呢，他们无碍的传授给利益众生的清净的佛法，而我们呢，也应该效仿去这样道场应该去效仿，去传授清净的，这是总结的，时间。
Yeah, so therefore, to initiation is most powerful. The real power comes with the clear foundations Lamrim, starting from the Guru devotion. One of the key samaya of taking initiation is Guru Yoga practice. In order to practice Guru Yoga without understanding the detailed teaching of Guru devotion, there's no base to practice. You see, then three principal aspects of the path. You see, all the subject in relation to small scope and middle scope. To really to have a genuine renunciation towards samsaric limitations. Without that, the tantra even initiate you cannot become a path. You see, that also teach by Lamrim. You see, then without bodhicitta, even though tantra is Mayanic dharma, the result is supposed to be enlightenment. Without genuine bodhicitta, at least genuine understanding and have a conviction, and that's your ultimate goal of life. Until having that, then receiving tantra, nothing extra. Especially if you happen to have a transmit certain mantra, you start to exercise mantra. The mantra itself has a power, but because of not having bodhicitta, that can misuse. The mantra has power, but without the bodhicitta motivation, that can cause distractions instead of benefit. And many happens. There are many examples in Tibet, also in Himalayas, now even in the West. You see, it can go very serious matters. But bodhicitta can protect that and make the mantra most meaningful. The most powerful tool for most meaningful purposes. Without emptiness, totally cannot practice tantra. Without emptiness, totality cannot practice tantra. You see, when you practice tantra, you need to the main practice of tantra, generation and completion stage. So without emptiness, you'll be meditating on the false view. When you do self-generation, you say, even though you are not deity, then you say, I'm deity. It's a false view. You're meditating on ignorant. Even though idea sounds great, but actually there's no wisdom there, you see. So it's a mistaken view. Of course, this ordinary person is not a deity, isn't it? So you need to have the emptiness tool to purify the ordinariness. Then from the void of ordinariness, then you have to arise, you become deity. And that is valid. That is a valid mind, a wisdom mind. And when you believe I am the deity, you are really the deity. You see, if you have the tools of concentration, then within that samadhi, within that concentration, in that session, you actualize the resultant deity. See, so without emptiness, cannot. Without emptiness, none of the implements, none of the yoga can able to become dharma. No question about tantra. It cannot even become it's just a basic, dharma exercise. You see, so without Lamrim, cannot. You see, then also needs so much of merits, purifications. Just knowledge is not good enough. You see, so that's why you need to conduct all those preliminary retreats, preliminary practices. That's why I call the common preliminary, uncommon preliminary. Common preliminary is to study Lamrim, practice Lamrim. Uncommon preliminary is like refuge retreats, minimum 100,000, minimum. That's minimum. See, you can accumulate millions in the form of retreats. Then the rest of the other modal practices, like including prostrations, etc., Vajrasattva, etc. You see, then everything about tantra become a blessing. Direct transformation, impure to the pure. Everything becomes pure. Everything becomes samashya. You see, like that.
像就是说这个灌顶，就是 因为我们大家都很清楚，但是万能的基础也是历史丧失以及世界清净的这个丧失一点。但是在历史丧失的基础上呢，应该建立这个山水要道以及这个正确的处理心。那么在这个正确的处理这个基础上呢，一定要去学习回到自地，回到自地的基础上呢，才能升起这个无比升起这个丧失空间。那么才能从这个显教的部分呢，进入这个金刚圣大乘金刚圣，那么来做这个。那么在本尊理解的这个基础呢是空性智慧。那么我们对究竟修行呢，是为了能够升起这个金刚圣的和升起圆满自己。那这些呢，完全建立在正确的历史上是正确的出离心以及正确的菩提心。如果没有菩提心的话，任何的修行，包括运证往往不仅是不可能有不同结果的，往往呢还会恰得其反，结果入迷。在西藏呢，经常有这样的这个修运证这个目标的这些弟子呢，是因为他们缺乏了正确的这个修行的这个发心，也就是菩提心。那么没有菩提心发心的修行呢，是非常危险的。同样的空自见呢，要能正确的去这个实证这个升起的这个自己金刚证呢，必须要建立在这个正确的空自见。那么在正确的空自见呢，必须建立在这个直观以及这个直观的这个修行。那如果没有能够正确的升起空见，那你怎么去能够升起这个本尊这个自信本尊呢？那如果没有一个正确的直观的修行，你怎么能够去升起这个本尊？所以呢，这个都是一步这个教法呢，它都是一步一步相叠上去，都是建立在某个基础上。那而且这个基础的最重要的基础呢，当然就是这个菩提心和出离心、出离心、菩提心。那么在这个在要大家要能证得这个金刚证的这个所谓这个本尊理解呢，必须要建立在强大的扎实的这个家行。那么家行呢，一般我们现在所谓的有共同家庭，有共同的家庭。那么每一个家庭的自己都是10万遍，10万遍的这个咒术。那么所以这些都是这些呢都有让我们直接的一个亲近的大心，也就是这个大心在此强调的就是以菩提心利益众生而发起的这个修行的大心。所以呢，我们明知菩提道次第呢，是极为重要，历史丧失也是一切这个成就的这个基础，历史不用丧失，这是一切成就的证实。
Yeah, so those who are already practicing Tantra, then the way to progress is to progress in Lamrim, continue to progress in Lamrim, and continue to conduct those wonderful practices to accumulate merit and to bring purifications. That's the way. Just in the tantric, the sadhana itself was the tantra, the way how we understood. It's just the truth there. The actual method to progress is actually the Lamrim, the triple aspect of the path. You can see when you read any sadhana, the great amount of the sadhana is Lamrim, like refuge, bodhicitta, and emptiness. Om Sabhava Shuddha Savadana Sabhava Shuddha Om. It's emptiness. It's about emptiness. Before that, bodhicitta, refuge, etc. Whenever you talk about refuge, you are talking about renunciation. I see. Then the end part, majority is purification practice. Right? There's no sadhana which is lacking of element of Vajrasattva practice. You see, from there, not the mantra is not the main part. The mantra is just a small aspect. The majority, the main element is the initial one and the after. You see, then that will strengthen the middle one.
所以要怎么经修金刚乘呢？你应该如实的在菩提道次第的阶段性的去进步，在菩提道次第上面去实证菩提道次第的基础上去升起金刚乘的修行。那么其实任何的本尊理解，你会发现整个身体次第前面的部分都是以这个菩提道次第。菩提道次第的这个成修为主，所以最后面的部分才是所谓圆满自己的观修，而这个菩提道次第身体次第的这个观修呢是极为重要的，所以应该如实的去做这个本身这件事情。
Okay, I will just read now. It brings unerring vision. It is without affliction. It is constant and always timely. It is trustworthy when applied. Seeing it fulfill one's purpose, the wise and validate it through their own awareness. The Dharma taught by the Buddha rely entirely on the training the mind to subdue the mind. You know, everything. The Dharma is a tool to subdue one's mind. You know? So like what Buddha summarized. Never committing on virtues, commit only on some actions. Subduing your mind is the teachings of the Buddha. It is truly a delivery. It has one to arrive at perfect enlightenment. It is without contradiction. It is all embracing. It is constant. It is the cessation of all uncertainty. So this completes the section of the Dharma. So Dharma also understood as the path and cessation. These are two examples of what means Dharma. Now the Sangha is who uphold the path and cessation. Then is the Sangha. As of the Sangha of the great vehicle, they enter thoroughly. They enter with awareness. They enter straightforwardly. They enter harmoniously. They are worthy of veneration with the palm joined together. They are worthy of receiving prostration. They are the glorious field of merit. Offering to them brings great purification. They are the object of generosity. And they are in every way the greatest object of generosity. Okay, so that completes the section of Sangha. And that completes the sutra remembering the qualities of three jewels. Thank you. Dāngi jīnyē sāpe yawāng te tēnā rōwāng nā gāmbē nā jēparā jēsē pāsā tāpa tēmbē nīmbō rīndū sā jī shō āwō wācē sējē sā jē wā pēsā rījē āwō jē chārē kuyē jē kuyē wēsō yābō rī rā jā dēbā bō lō zāmbō lē nō bālā chā rāmē nyē lē dā lē bā ngā yā dā ngā yā shē yēn dē nā dām chē lō rāmē nyē dā rāmē nyē jē dā rē bō jē rē wō
Pai Samji Shi Duje Yeha Mame Kalo Rinpoche, Nomo Rinpoche, Zomo Rinpoche, Lambo Rinpoche, Danjo Rinpoche, Mabu Rinpoche, Dejen Baye Bumba, Yema Tewa, Lema Karama, Medoma, Dubema, Nasema, Yema Dawa Rinpoche, De Chole Namba Jeveja, Ozola Da Mi Bejo Bezon Zoba Mazawa Meba Zanje Ye Do Jebe Bade Lama Damba Namda Jeba Duyan Lama Lozan Duan Doje Jan Jebe Lazo Koda Jeba Shima Bewa Yivo Duje Dove De Doje Dozo Jene Janda Zo Doa Manju Tadanya Be Semje Damje La Duze Wa Jebe Gone Shenje La Do Thank you so much. Yeah, so it's a bit late, so we do food offering here. O Lama Zanje Lama Che Deji Lama Gede De Hoje Che Bo Lama Lama Nama Che Bai. Thank you. Oma.
Thank you all for joining the company for this teaching today.